Think you can do it alone? Here's why finding the right mentor could be the game changer you've always needed. If this is your first time seeing a Busy Book Club video, welcome. My name is Mike, and every day we read a chapter of new and interesting books. Today we are reading Step 3 of Elliott Banayan's The Third Door. It's titled, Find Your Inside Man. And this part of the book is largely about Elliott Banayan's inside man. It's about this person who he's identified, Elliott Bisnow, as someone who can help him achieve his mission of writing this book. And quite nicely, he actually uses the Tim Ferriss template that we talked about yesterday, so that was a nice coincidence. I didn't know that was going to happen, and it worked. Elliott actually said yes to the meeting, and after a few back and forths, Elliott essentially becomes Elliott Banayan's mentor. Now, I have to say at this point, I've never been a huge believer in mentorship because I think a lot of people fall into the trap of not taking action because they believe they need a mentor. But this book actually really challenged me on that idea because Elliott repeatedly pushes Alex to do things that he's uncomfortable with. He's always pushing Alex outside of his comfort zone. He asks him to go to Europe on a day's notice. He pushes him to follow Larry Page, the CEO of Google, into the bathroom. He points at people, everyone from marketing executives to complete strangers on the street, and has Alex go and tell them his story. And those repeated experiences wore down what Alex calls the flinch. The flinch is Alex's name for that impulse when you're afraid to talk to someone, when you just want to run away. And as he learns to embrace this discomfort, he starts taking on more and more risk. And my favorite story about this was when he asked Tony Hsieh for the opportunity to shadow him. Tony Hsieh, if you don't know, is the former CEO of Zappos. And here's what Elliott Banayan actually had to say about it. But I can't ask for that. He'll think I'm obnoxious. And what if Mickey gets mad? And thankfully, I realized what was going on. This was the flinch disguised as logic. I gave myself a mental slap and forced myself to spit it out. I want to be CEO of Zappos for a day. Tony didn't respond. He didn't write my wish on his clipboard. He just stared at me. I said, trying to explain myself, like, I follow you around, see what a day in your life is like. Oh, you want to shadow me? I nodded. Tony took a moment to think. Okay, sure, he said. When do you want to do it? Well, it's my 20th birthday in a couple weeks, so how about then? Cool, and since it's your birthday, we can do it for 2 days. What an incredible outcome. Who in their right mind would ask the CEO of a major company to shadow them for a day and actually expect a positive answer? But what's even crazier is that at the end of it, Alex actually asked Tony Hsieh why he doesn't do that for some of his employees. And Tony says, I'd be happy to, but no one's ever asked. And if Alex had had the same opportunity maybe a year before this and he hadn't been pushed out of his comfort zone repeatedly by Elliott, he never would have dared ask Tony Hsieh for something like that. It's only because he went out of his comfort zone this time that he got something he completely did not expect. And if you got something that you did not expect out of this video, please like and subscribe. Tomorrow we will talk about Step 4 of The Third Door, which is titled Trudge Through the Mud. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.